Want me to change the orientation again. Let's try this. Orientation is lock. Rotate device back. You're not kidding me. You are not serious. Well, I think we're gonna have to try and run it this way until I figure out what the heck. I've updated everything. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh. Okay, how weird does that look if I film it that way? Now, this is good. We had this trial run with Jewel School. It's okay, but it's really small, isn't it? My very temporary space, thank you. I'm hoping and praying that my office is done by next weekend. Yeah, but it doesn't encompass everything. So I'm going to have to hold everything in front of the camera until I figure out what the heck it is. I'm glad someone's been thinking about me. I'm kidding. I'm sure you all have. I have your jewelry. Yeah, when I was like, oh no. Ashley, look at this. I can't, my camera will not, my phone will not turn. It's locked in orientation again. Now, I can assure you that it's not locked because I filmed the video earlier today. So it doesn't really give you a whole... Oh, that's nice. It doesn't give you a whole picture. Oh my. Well, we will see how many people come in. We'll chat for a bit. Actually, what I plan to do, so they'd better come in quickly. I don't know what has happened. Now, there was an update on YouTube, and I did that. Oh, hi, Parvez. I'm not sure. I am honestly stumped as to why it doesn't want to film like in portrait mode. You know, the phone sideways. It is really strange. Yes, this is my phone. It's an iPhone 14 Pro Max. They have amazing camera quality. I haven't seen any channel that's had better camera quality. Hi, Christina. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Feed the algorithm on my skinny phone. Maybe like if I to change the. Oh, I wonder. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? Haven't seen Yolanda for a while. Yeah, it's a really strange time for me to come on because it's 10:30 p.m. here. And I used to come on at midnight on Saturdays, midnight my time. Yeah, this is some fun, but I'll figure it out before tomorrow, clearly. Hi, Chris, how are you? Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, that's what it looks like. Um, I wonder if it's iPhone because I tried using my other phone last time as well. It's a 12 Pro Max, and it said the same thing. So I'll play with updates. I'll play with it tomorrow. Killeen, let me see if I have my other device down here. I might have it in my bag. Hi, Lori Doll. Of course, everything is, I call it the upside down from like Stranger Things since I've had to move everything. Now, I don't even see my other device. I'm pretty sure it's here because I heard it go off earlier. Wonderful, right? I'm glad I have a couple mods sitting in front of me. Not that we get bots that much anymore, but if we would get any trolls. Hey, you got your learning cap on. Well, while your learning cap is on, could you figure out why the iPhone locks in orientation when I go live? Hi, Lisa. Does someone want to Google that? Oh, don't tell me that the feed is cutting out now. Mine either, Kim. I'm technically challenged, shall we say. Which means I'll be on the horn to my child in the States when we get off of here. Absolutely. That's why we had my son was born in 2001. So he was pretty much born with some type of computer device in his hand. He's the dreaded millennial. Felicia, nobody else, honey, apart from you, I think. Hi, JY. Maybe just try and refresh. Yes, maybe go out and come back in, honey. Kay, I don't, oh, Colleen, I'm going to explain these to you. They are not brooches. What they are Victorian letters that were likely that decorated books or decorated boxes. This one still has the nails in it, but what I plan to do with them, I just wanted to show you the ones that are available. Yes, I will look for more of them because they're fabulous. Now, this gorgeous M, do you see it still has the tacks in the back? So it would have attached, there, now you'll see it when I zoom in. It would have attached to like a book or a leather or a wooden box or a leather box. Hi, HC. And I hate to tell HC. Well, I'd love to tell HC, but I hate to tell HC. The most beautiful letter here, in my opinion, there are a couple really, really fantastic ones. I love this M. Reminds me of Mademoiselle and reminds me of Madeline. Little children's book. Look at that. Look at this H. Look, look at this. Is that incredible? Aren't they stunning? Oh my gosh. Now, by letter, I will pull these up. The H's are all pretty. There's an H script. I think that's it. I think there's not many of, and not all of the letters, but I will be looking for more because they're so fantastic. My idea is to make them either necklaces or bracelets. Oh, that was the M, and let me pull all of the M's out because the M's are all quite lovely as well. Oh wait, that's a G. Now this one is a W, but it could be used as a phenomenal M as well. Will these not make the most incredible necklaces or bracelets? Of course, I have the idea, but Bob will have the execution. He might execute me, to be quite honest with you. I don't have an O, believe it or not. Now, there are two beautiful J's, and I have at least 3 beautiful J's who come in to the channel. Now, this one is hallmarked. Look at the script. They're breathtaking. All of them, every single one of them is breathtaking. There's not an ugly letter here. Now, I never have E's, and I usually always gift an E to Ellie. I have 3 and they're almost identical. Now that one needs, that one needs hammered back. Because like I said, they were probably pulled off. Colleen, I know everyone is going to love one. So I will be on the hunt. Now this B is hallmarked. They're both beautiful, but look at all that chase work. Lori, there are a couple D's. To be quite honest with you, I've seen prettier ones. The D is a little bit lackluster. I mean, they are pretty, but tiny. much smaller. Have to zoom in to show you the details on them. D for details. There are a couple C's. One, was it just one independent? One independent, one with, and two. They're both fabulous, but they're both with other initials. And I haven't quite made out what that initial is, to be quite honest with you. And I do calligraphy. Now, there's a beautiful L. Love that. That's script L. A very pretty T. Hi, Ellen. You just missed the E's, Ellen. This V is out of this world. Hi, Lily. Let me see if I can get an E. Here's an E. There's a pile of them. There are 3. Yep. Slippery. Is that gorgeous? And then Deb said, oh, if there's a G, I want a G. There are 3 G's, but they're small. They're very pretty. But they're also very small. So right now, that's it for the Victorian letters. Those are the only ones that I got. I would buy every single one I could get my hands on because they're so gorgeous. They're a little lightweight, Kim, some of them, I'd say, for a charm. Now, the M is very substantial. But remember, these were like tacked on to things. Books and boxes and things. Oh, it is Thanksgiving in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving, Canadians. Let's see, what else am I going to show you? I want to, you know how it goes. I go through some of the things. Not everything is out that I will have this weekend, but there are some fabulous things out. There is a Love Token bracelet, of course, Victorian. Oh, this one is without charms. Oh, it's a sticky one too. It just means it's tight. Plain love token bracelet, love tokens or charms or whatever you want to add to it. This is all the jewelry plus other things that I brought. The Lucan booth, the Scottish. This is for sweethearts or friends. It means your hearts are always together. Haven't seen the Victorian spider. Mid-Victorian, it's absolutely fabulous. Of course, sterling silver. I left a lot of the tarnish because it's just so much character. This is that fantastic long guard with the H on it. I measured the other one, which was the gold one is 50, come on, Dana Ann, was it 56 inches? And I'll measure this one before tomorrow. Yeah. That's got a beautiful H on that as well. I'll also show you tomorrow how they're worn. They were either worn just looped over the head and worn long, which I cannot believe because they're so super long. or you can double them up and wear them as well. Now, I would say I'm going to take things off and, oh, here's my box. As I show them to you, put them away. And what I've been doing is putting them to the side. This is that gondola brooch, the sterling gondola brooch with marcasite. I think all the marcasite are there. Yes, all of the marcasite are in place. There's a new sterling and rhinestone, crystal rhinestone ballerina on point. This little tie clip, it was in the lot. If somebody wants it, it's going to go cheap, but it would make a really good money clip, whatever you would use a clip for. It is sterling silver. Hi, Jane. How are you? I'm just going through some of the things that'll be available tomorrow quickly. This one I need to look up because it is not only, it's artist signed. So I'll need to look up the artist. There's a lot of Mexican sterling, but not very much enameling. So I would have to think that's pretty rare. Speaking of enameling, I think I said that these were cloisonné, and they're not cloisonné, they're chez la vie. Chez la vie is like, people say it actually incorrectly all the time. I hear people say champ-lieve. It's chez la vie. I put that earring wire back on, but I didn't tighten it, did I? Because the earring wire was in the lot, it just had come loose. So these are sterling, but they're on probably rolled gold or brass wires. And then they have got newer sterling hooks on them. They're probably deco. Because it's no longer done. Now these are cloisonné. Very pretty, like robin's egg blue. These ones are Murano, and I want to say that these are vintage, they're not antique. Aren't they? They're so, I was so thrilled with all of them. Now, these I have to look because I think I have a black foil necklace like this. I'm wondering if it's put together because I don't remember seeing it in my glass drawer. The difference between vintage and antique, honey, is over 100 years old. I get really irritated when I see people selling and advertising things as antique. If it wasn't made before 1923, it is not an antique. According to Etsy, if anything over 20 years old is vintage. Me being a dealer, I would say anything over 50 is vintage. These are Mark Sterling. They're chrysoprase. They are clip. That is, not everyone loves a clip earring. Some of you love a clip earring. Not everyone does, but they are stunning. That's absolutely fine. I'm happy to explain. Yeah, I don't get that. I really do not get that. Like I said, Etsy, if it's 20 years old, that's vintage. Okay. All right, Etsy. Way to sell things. Yeah. Hey, we made that 5 minutes ago. It's vintage. Now, this calendar, I looked these up. Where the heck is the box? I think it's underneath. I have the tray here to the right, which you can't see because of the narrow screen. But I looked these charms up. This is likely from the 1960s. It was new in the box. The paper was still underneath of it. The pin was set through it. It had never been worn. I don't know if it was retail dead stock or if someone got it as a gift and never wore it. It's the May calendar, and what they did, you would have to have these sent away, and the gem would be put on the date. It's set on May 25th. Hey, girl. So May 25th is a special date for one of you, and if not, my birthday's the 22nd, so yes, it would have been someone's birthday. Absolutely. That's what it would have been gifted for, or an anniversary, but most likely a birthday. Now, this one, the pendant is, oh, it's hallmarked. Just absolutely noticed that. So I'll have to look at the date up for you, but it is Connemara Irish marble, and of course, a lucky shamrock. Really pretty chain as well. I'll give you a date on that tomorrow, because like when I opened up and unboxed this, that was my first time physically seeing this as well. And then of course I had to clean it all, but hey ho, such is life. Now let's finish up the glass earrings. These, I doubt that I will offer these because they are so rare. I think I cannot remember the name. I'm drawing such a blank. Of course, I know they're aventurine, and they kind of look like the cloud aventurine, the ones that have like the swirl. But I think is it Geminelli? They look like they have gems set into the glass. They're crazy rare. So yeah, if I kept one thing, chat's not moving. Are we froze again? No. Okay. Of course, these are wedding cake. Forget-me-not, roses, aventurine, and then of course the beautiful wedding cake flapper, matching flapper necklace. Actually, those are round and these are oblong, but they go beautifully. Are there oblong ones on this? No, they're all rounds. See, I would have thought that that was a match, huh? So maybe I'll sell them separately, and I don't know if I'm going to even sell this necklace, to be honest with you, until I sell glass. So there's that. Because the glass is so specialized that, oh, this one, of course, I need to restring it completely. Aventurine Millefiori. Which this is an antique example, but will be, I I'd say priceless, but you know, I think that's me being a little romanticized on glass. Loads of moonstone. This one, I'm gonna say it has a, I think it's 30 inches long. Moonstone clasp. Can you see the schiller in this? These are all sterling beads in between. Every way you move, it's blue, 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 blue. Lori, now that you brought that, or Lisa, now that you brought that up, let's explain rainbow moonstone. There is no such thing as rainbow moonstone. Rainbow moonstone is labradorite. It's a lighter version of labradorite. Now, labradorite is like dark gray. But labradorite and moonstone grow together. The crystals grow together. So that's why they get often confused. There is a rainbow schiller that'll come across lighter labradorite, but it's not moonstone. Hi, Treasure. Voice, I think I'm going to start calling you G. G for girl. Because she's voice G. So I call her girl. Hey, girl. These are the blue topaz. Blue topaz and moonstone. Now, these are a good example of, they're actually light labradorite because they do have a little bit of a rainbow schiller. A lot of blue, but there is a bit of rainbow rolling across them as well. So they could be called moonstone or labradorite. I hate to confuse you all, but it is what it is. That's another like misnomer. Okay, these are moonstone, and they're also blue, and they're also clear. Now, for people to say Ceylon, they have to be blue. That has to have a blue schiller. It has to be clear. It can't be cloudy, streaky. You can't call it Ceylon. Please don't call it Ceylon. They have to be clear with a blue schiller. Bar none. It can have a white schiller, but the white schiller is not as desirable as a blue schiller. Ardulescence, or however you want to say that. My tongue always trips over it. And like I said, it's 10, no, it's 11 o'clock already here. So let's see, what else can I show you? Oh, that duet clip. Now, I haven't opened this yet. I'm going to say this one is absolutely Art Deco. Hello, the design. Look at this design. Is it incredible? It is a fabulous, the cabs are amazing on that. Now, like I said, I haven't opened this, but yep, here we go. Oh, it's a fur clip or a dress clip. It's a dress clip. Aha. So, lovely that all the pieces are here. So, it's a brooch, and it converts into 2 dress clips. Now, I'm going to have to do a tiny bit of research on it. Shouldn't take me long. It is marked. It just marks silver and hand set. I think maybe there's a little cartouche up here. Or maybe that's left and right. I don't know. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I got to figure out how to put it back together. I'm not mechanical at all, but you know, that's what I have a husband for. Yes, I am going to talk about Bakelite tonight. This is just some of what you'll see this weekend. Now, saying you saw that clip, I might have it by tomorrow, but there is this beautiful pools of light. Look at this with this. Is this out of this world? Now wait, wait. Then there's this fabulous pools of light. And then for my girls that aren't silverwares, you can see there's a 5 pools of light on the bust. And it is set in gold. There's the 5 pools of light set in gold. There is an Edwardian Art Nouveau. You can see the blue just going everywhere. Oh, Art Nouveau swag Ceylon Moonstone necklace. I didn't plan for all of these moonstones. I mean, that auction happened, and I can't say no to a moonstone. So, or a pools of light. Well, the pools of light, of course, weren't from that auction. Those are from my Scottish jeweler. Let me get through these quicker. Now, this is a conversion ring. Once upon a time, it was a mid-Victorian brooch. That's blue lace agate. Those are Thai sapphires, and that is a natural pearl in the center. Stunning, yes. It is a conversion. It was a converted brooch. It's also a nice, I'm going to say 7, come on, this is going to make a lap. 7 3/4, maybe 7 3/4, close to an 8 at the moment. And it's smudged, so let me just get my cloth and wipe that. This will look incredible on an index finger. Love, love, love. I love a big ring. Y'all know that. Now, saying that, I'm going to show you the other rings, which aren't big, but they are fantastic. We'll start with the sapphire. The sapphire, when I said earlier that it was hallmarked, it is hallmarked, but it's a Victorian hallmark, probably Edwardian to be quite honest with you, because it's marked 18 karat gold and platinum. There's no way it's Victorian. That's why I just corrected myself to Edwardian. They didn't have the technology to work with platinum until the Edwardian time. So it's a fantastic Thai sapphire, 2 large, nice size diamonds, 18 karat gold. And that is completely hallmarked in the back. Let's see if I can. $18 karat platinum. It's upside down, but y'all can use your imagination, right? Gorgeous ring. I think it's around a 7. I'm not going to try and shove it down my hand. That's for certain. No, just above a 6. Where it sits. It's a good thing I didn't try to shove it down my hand. That wouldn't have worked out well for anyone. Now, the Victorian, and yes, this is definitely Victorian because it is completely hallmarked in the back. It is a snake. They are beautiful mine cut diamonds and garnets, and it is completely Chester hallmarked for 1870. So mid-Victorian. There's that one. Now, magic glass. Sabino. Opalite. How did this clean up? The pearls are absolutely gorgeous. Now, when I bought this at auction, they said it was sterling gilt. But the gilt must be really heavy because I've just acid tested it today. And it's coming up even higher than 9 carat. I used 9 carat on it. And of course it didn't disappear. I used 14 and 24 on it. And after about 10 minutes, it started to lighten. Spiders, I showed you the Victorian. Now, this one is Art Deco. And it's also cadmium glass, so it does glow. And this one is probably later Art Deco. And it is uranium glass. I mean, even with all the lights on, you can see that they light up. I'm going to lot these up just to show you. Of course, I mean, they're all beautiful. They're all fabulous, but yeah, we need to get through some of this Bakelite. Victorian. Of course, bloodstone. You can see the light, bright. This is Scottish marble. And that is, of course, carnelian. Uranium glass, do you mean basically when did they stop mass making it? When did they stop mass making uranium glass jewelry? Because they still made uranium glass. They still make uranium glass, by the way. They still made it up until the 1970s. It really lost popularity during the 1950s when it was used for, of course, nuclear development. Uranium supplies were being all sequestered for other reasons. So that's when, after the 50s, is when it kind of fell out of fashion. Okay, these are gold. Didn't know if they were. There is one back missing. I'll look around. I'm sure I have a gold back. I think they are black chalcedony. They're just pretty little 9 karat gold post. Black chalcedony. I'll get through the small pieces. Oh, this is going to lose a big back. These are 14 karat gold. They're all completely hallmarked, and you can see they're huge love knots. Love them. They are classic. They are beautiful. Not only are they classic, they're very classy. Very rich lady vibes. This beautiful enamel pendant is, I'm going to guess, Edwardian, just from the style and the, I don't believe that it opens. So you'd have to love the little family that's in there. I can have it XRF, but it's probably just gold filled. It's rose gold. It's very pretty. It looks like a gentleman's watch fob, to be quite honest with you. I'll give you the carat weight on this tomorrow. I haven't measured it up. It's just a rectangular cut lemon citrine. It's a pretty big stone if you love stones. It's not going to be very expensive. This is set in 18 karat gold. It's a large turquoise bobber pendant. And I said late Georgian, just from the construction of it. Late Georgian, early Victorian. You will not get turquoise this color. You won't see turquoise this color now. It's quite fabulous. And if I say fabulous too much, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. Now, I didn't show you these. I know they're going to be popular because everyone loves them, but look at them. They're foiled with roses and crystals and just beautiful. I know, I just can't stop looking at them. Now this, luckily I checked all the plastic. These are Victorian. These are Victorian marcasites. They are set with natural pearls on gold wires. They're sterling. And they're marcasite. Oops. And they're slippery. They're gold wires. They're beautiful flowers and natural pearls. And I can tell you they're Victorian just how they're set. We didn't see, I think maybe we looked at the citrine, but I never gave you a price for these. These fabulous citrine and pearls. See them tomorrow. We're nearly done. Now, this I have to wait until Bob comes back. I bought this and it doesn't have the correct clasp on it. That clasp is 9 karat. I'll have to have Bob make me a clasp because this fabulous bracelet is not peridot. Looks like peridot. It's tourmaline. It is pink tourmaline and green tourmaline. I think it's acrostic jewelry because of the lover's knot. Tourmaline was used for reconciliation. You know, acrostic is usually when it usually spells out something or it means something. I did see that when I blew that up. It's easy to reset a marcasite, even though after me resetting marcasites this last week, I don't want to see a marcasite for a little while. But yeah, I'll do it. It's only one. Yeah, this bracelet is 14, I think. Here, let me throw it on a scale. It's either 13.4 or 14.4 grams of 15 karat gold. 13.4 grams of 15 karat. I had it XRF'd, and legally I'll give the report to Bob and he can mark it 15 karat. The bracelet is 15 karat gold. Yeah, and it's mid-Victorian. Yeah, it's very, very special. But you know me, I love my special bracelet. Hi, Jeanette. Now, this one has to go to the opal guy to have an opal reset. Once I took and looked at it, it's complete. It's just in pieces. That finishes there. Then, of course, these will hook into this. It just needs reset. They're set pin like a watch. So in the worst case scenario, if you can't reset it, all of these are articulated and can be removed or, replaced or whatever. But you can't replace these opals. These opals are, I'll take some photos of them on black in a low light and you will die. They are that fabulous. I'm going to try and show you. This is Victorian, this bracelet. It is so hard to get an opal to read on camera. No, they're not. It's not doing it justice. They're blow up. They're not glow up. They're blow up opals. They're so fantastic. Oh, you can get a little bit of an idea there. I don't have words. When am I lost for words? Not often. Okay. 1905. Of course, it's Virgin Mary. I've seen like different versions. These are prayer specific to the Virgin Mary, when you pray the rosary. Raise your hand. My birthstone is an emerald and I'll wear an opal. Nancy made a good point that the paper sheaths are still like crisp. The pages aren't dog-eared. I did a tiny sympathetic clean on the silver. I still left some of the patina because it's so pretty. But it is clean. It's a beautiful little rosary book. Let's see. I think I've showed you just about everything. The 50, what did I say this was? 55 inch. 55 inch with, of course, a swivel. Your watch would hook onto here. 55 inches of Victorian gold. And it's nearly 17 grams. Yeah, you can almost never find those. And long guards, gold long guards, they've all but been chopped up, melted, pieced out. To find one intact is insane. But the prices are pretty insane as well. So, you know how I am. I always offer on the channel. Thank you. She's throwing words at me, so I have words in my mouth. Ah, oh, God bless you. This isn't Bakelite. Yeah, it's finally in from Poland. This is Baltic Cherry Amber, and this is what I'm going to use to extend those large cherry amber beads that are really short. Yeah, I'm going to rebead them and use this to extend the necklace. Cherry amber is ridiculously expensive. I bought this from my dealer, who still charged me the equivalent of $150 for just these little beads. And we'll go over this, but only amber glows. Okay, that's it basically for the haul. There will be, you know me. I like to pull tricks and rabbits out of a hat. So you're not going to see everything here that'll be here this weekend. But that was, of course, a lot of it. Hi, Marlene, be careful. So, what kind of plastic do we want to start with? How about one of the oldest ones? Let's start with one of the oldest ones, shall we? This is called Bakelite, or it's also called casein. You might look at it and think it's celluloid. It is not celluloid. This brooch is actually made from milk solids. It cannot be extruded or molded. It had to be carved. And it was called, of all things, now it was invented in 1895, and of all things, it was called lactoform, which sounds very scientifical for 1895. But they invented it to replace big slate blackboards in children's schools. But it's actually a very pretty material. And because it was able to be carved, this is actually very finely carved. I think it's actually a very pretty piece. Now, how you would tell the difference between this and celluloid. Now, celluloid was very popular. It was used in jewelry. It was used in everything for kitchen utensils. It was plastic, fantastic plastic. This was a new invention. This was going to save us. Everything was going to be lighter and easier to use. You wouldn't have big, heavy metal things. It was going to revolutionize the world. Somebody should have thought, yeah, but how do we get rid of it? Okay. Now, the little casket that I use for garnets. Peekaboo. Yes, there are beautiful garnets in there, including that fabulous brooch. This is actually celluloid, and a very specific celluloid. It's called ivorine. Now, ivorine was, of course, made to mimic ivory. No, I'm not showing the garnets. Not now. Maybe we'll show some tomorrow or Sunday. It's plastic night. It is not garnet night. That is the difference between celluloid and casein or Bakelite. Now, those are man's name was Baekland. So Bakelon. He was German that invented Bakelite. Actually invented it around 1907. When it started, it was another one of those revolutionary plastics. True Bakelite, the first Bakelite that was invented, is really kind of an aki yellow. I mean, when they did start to use it for jewelry around the 1920s is when they tried to color it. And I'm going to start pulling some Bakelite pieces out. Oh, that's not Bakelite. This is. Okay. Now we're going to have fun because the camera's in this odd angle. Bakelite is extremely heavy. Even the lighter pieces. Oh, that's not Bakelite. We'll use that for another example. Even the lighter, smaller pieces of it are heavier in comparison to other plastics. It's another one, if you ever see a seam mark, if you ever see a seam in it, it's not Bakelite. %, it's not Bakelite. Bakelite is seam free. We'll go over some of the colors. When it was made, that one's fabulous. Okay. I think that's all my bracelets. All right. Yes, that's why I had to get those autumn flowers that I have. They always inspire me, these pieces. Okay, around the 1920s is when they started, like I said, they started using this Bakelite plastic that been invented for, utensils, and I haven't been able to find them, Imagine that. Moving office, but I have been able to find, I have napkin rings. They're brand new. They're in a box from the 1920s. They're pretty fabulous. These are sterling silver, and it is a set of coffee spoons, and the little beans on the end are Bakelite. So they're sterling silver spoons with little coffee beans, little Bakelite coffee beans. And this would have been like the original color of Bakelite. This icky kind of yellow. And you can see they're quite crackled, but because they were used and washed. And now the green pieces, a lot of them actually started out as blue. The color changes on Bakelite, but that's an original set. This piece probably started out, and I can tell you just by looking at it, it started out as like blue with yellow, because it can be marbled, but they changed to green over time. Now this piece is a really funky, it's like a dimple, almost like a little elbow, and actually that would be, the bump would be worn up, was the fashion. This piece would have started out as clear. and it yellows. It yellows with time. Clear or white is yellow. Y'all have seen this big fabulous piece that I have with these bright cherry red, humongous beads, orange beads. These would have been clear and colorless at one time. This is a form of crystal. It was actually made in America. When you see the clear Bakelite, the red Bakelite, the clear red Bakelite, red is the most desirable color. Clear red Bakelite, which is actually not Bakelite, it's actually Catalin, is one of the most desirable Bakelites. And there are so many different forms of plastic, guys. I'm going to let you hear the difference in the sound and what they look like. This one is, of course, acrylic. It almost has, like I say, a tinny sound to it. Now, this one is lucite. This is what they made because it is lighter. Lucite was the replacement for Bakelite. Bakelite became, for good reason, it went out of fashion, and it went out of fashion in the late 1940s. They used the formaldehyde. That was another wartime thing, wartime issue. They would use the formaldehyde, so the production, Bakelite couldn't be produced. They actually used asbestos. These were very dangerous to be made. And they even tell you if they crumble, not to wear them. Now, these are sound. Because there was, a lot of people died making Bakelite because there was asbestos and asbestosis in the workplace. These are 1920s. They're carved. 1920s. It's carved. And actually 2 tones. No, there's a clamper missing. I have a root beer clamper too, also. Now, this one, because the colors aren't stable, it looks like orangey red now, but this was actually red. Because they would have to color, they'd have to color that base color of yellow. Love the sound of a Bakelite clamper. Need to find that other one. Oh gosh, see, it's in a drawer and it's dark because I totally forgot about this big Bakelite stretch cuff. Of course, this goes with that necklace, and I have the earrings, but I haven't been able to find them. But everything's topsy-turvy here. You can see the Bakelite does come in marbleized colors as well. That's almost like root beer in black. I don't have, oh gosh, what is it called when they put the colors together? Ellen, you collect Bakelite. Don't have one of those pieces at the moment. This is a root beer clamper. Where is Jason? Always drops in. Where the heck is he? He's like, I guess he's really good with Bakelite. And I bet he has some fabulous pieces of it as well. So if any of you would like to add any other information, we're here, or you want to know anything about it, I'll tell you what I know. Now you saw I had some moon glow out. Now these are 1950s longer moon glow. I love them. They're like hot fire. Like, what is that cinnamon liquor? Oh gosh. Can't think of the name of it. Fireball. They look like Fireball. Love those. Now these, I can't say that I've worn a ton of moon glow. I've always thought it was pretty. But these, when they have the chain, I found out that these are 1980s. Oops, I think I did try those on, and that is my long black, or not black, but dark bonus hair. My hair is very clean. All of my jewelry is clean anyway. These ones are 1980s, but these ones, the purple, which I guess is also supposed to be very rare. They have the screw clasp, there you go. And these are also 1950s. Purple moon glow. I didn't show you this piece. Now this piece, I think it's fantastic. It is from the 1930s. It has Bakelite flowers, glass beads, and then book chain. Yes, I know you all love moon glow, and it is kind of difficult to get your hands on. Especially the more rare colors. So we've lost our music, but that's okay. I just put the music on for a little bit of a distraction. Do we really need a distraction when we're discussing jewel school? Probably not. I could have showed you most of the kinds of plastics with these dye, because there are Bakelite dye in here, acrylic dye in here, and there's actually even some lucite and wooden dye in here. Imagine this, when I do have time, moon glow is a plastic. It's called thermoset. Now, there was a lot of thermoset jewelry. Listener, gosh, who else made it? Tons of jewelry makers made thermoset jewelry. Is when they had a thin sheet of plastic, Felicia, on a base metal jewelry. Thermoset, THERMOSET. This piece is sort of a predecessor to thermoset because they used Bakelite on metal. So when they stopped making Bakelite, the back is metal. When they stopped making Bakelite, they started making this thermoset. Now, moon glow is nothing new because it was in Czech glass from as far back as I know physically, from the 1800s. Yes, thermoset, THERMOSET. And I'm sure I have some thermoset pieces here. I don't know where they are off the top of my head. I don't know where half of my stuff is off the top of my head, to be quite honest with you. I know where it's at. It's all in storage cases. But I have to tear everything apart to get to it. So, luckily, I had my Bakelite and a lot of these plastics out. And all of these pieces, I will offer all of them. What you can't see because, you know, the camera. The great camera setup that I've got to sort out before tomorrow. Well, we have been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. Actually, an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah, there are some, well, you know, I could just pile them up here. And you could see how fantastic it really all is. Well, let's see if they would stay. The purple, that fiery hot poker orange. You know, there are so many colors. Ellen. This is so funny. And she says, eek. Yeah, I'll show you, the tray won't be until Sunday. So tomorrow, I'll give you a sneaky preview of the tray. There are a lot of fantastic things on the tray this week. It's not just brooches, is all I'll say. There are a lot of beautiful things. So if you have any questions on this video, if you're watching it back, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments, you know, pertaining to Bakelite or Catalan or Casein or Galilith or whatever. So I hope I explained all that to you. Yes, the tray will be on Sunday. You know, Saturday are usually the big pieces, and then Sunday I will ask if anyone missed something, if they want to review a piece, and then we'll get to things like the tray, and I have some collectibles, and I'm trying to think of what else. I'm tired and I probably should just shut up. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, guys. It's probably close to midnight here. I'm not a great teacher. I just teach you what I know. I'm very appreciative for all of you to listen. And I'm sure I've missed things, and we'll just have to do it again. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for putting up with my weird camera angle. And I will see, hopefully, all of you and more of you tomorrow. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Let's see if we could zoom out a little tiny bit. Yeah, it's so much. That's so colorful. It's so pretty, especially with those pretty flowers in the background. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I love you all too. Thank you for coming in. Oh, we're going to have to really maneuver the camera out of this. Great. Eastern, tomorrow will be, is it? Yes, 3 p.m. Oops. Thank you all for coming in, guys.